Okay, here we are, here we are, here we are. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're joining us right now, I am really excited today. I've got one of my favorite people, favorite people
Thank you.
sitting virtually next to me. Uh, you can see a gorgeous face there. I am really pleased to be speaking with Australia's Queen of Colour today, Ms. Angel O'Brien. How are you, Angel?
Hi, how are you, darling? You're looking very smart with your
Oh,
Japanese.
thanks, honey. Thank you very much. Do you know, I'm just, we'll let people jump on. We'll give people a moment to sort of jump on before we launch straight into it.
Yes,
You and I having a sneaky chat, Angel.
yes,
Yeah, do you remember we spoke? I had a little wine and design show on, and I had it on about a year ago on Facebook,
yes.
and you graciously came on. You looked a bit different. You had your hat on.
Yes, I did. I
You
came
wear
out
hats,
on.
don't you?
Yes, I wear a hat every day because I can't afford to go out in the sun. I'm Celt, so my skin
Yes.
gets all dry, so I have to wear a hat whenever I go outside.
But Angel, people in the chat, when I put the promo up,
Yes,
in this designer group that we've got here,
yes,
you're a designer, I'm a designer. They
yes.
said you couldn't believe how good you looked for your age. Do you think this, you always stayed out of the sun the whole
Always,
time?
always. But not only that, because I work with the science of color and
Yeah.
the red undies I wear and the blue sheets that I sleep in
All
and the
right.
food that I eat, this
Yeah.
keeps you young. I was on the radio the other day talking about how important it is to have the colors around you to keep yourself young, because I'm apparently 20 or 30 years younger than I'm actually here doing.
That's amazing. Could I
Yes.
just give you a bit of there's not a lot of information in terms of bio on your website, but I love this one line, Angel. So I'm
Yes.
going to read it out.
Right.
The Queen of Colour. This is what's on Angel O'Brien's website, which you've got to go on, check out, and we'll talk about what's there and what you can be led to shortly. But Coloraction, Coloration International.
Yes.
The Queen of Colour, Angel, is Australia's leading scientifically based colour response analyst with more than 40 years experience globally.
Yes.
And you're going to tell us a lot more about that, Angel. But
I'm looking forward to it.
yeah. So that's pretty much sums you up. I mean, I'm going to tell everybody how we met, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fine.
So you and I met for the first time early in 2019,
Yes.
and I'd been to an event at Coroma in Alexandria, and you were there looking fabulous. You had your hat on, you had a lot of blue on, and you had this amazing jacket, and you had your gorgeous sort of, you've got this thing where you put around this head wrap in the teal, and then you layer it on with what's the color blue that you wear on your pants normally in jacket?
Turquoise. The
Oh,
deep,
turquoise, but you also wear the
the ultramarine.
ultramarine blue. Yeah, and I came up to you. Yeah, under there. And I came up to you, I said, "Oh, Angel, I just want to look like you." Because I was
Yes, you did say that.
I did say that.
And I
And
fixed
it's
that.
because you were really, I think, I could just tell. I didn't know anything about you. I didn't know that you ran color workshops. I didn't know that you were your perspective when it comes to color, but I'd love for you to tell us about that.
Yes.
But it was how I was attracted to you, and that led me to a workshop. And there was a few of us on the day, and we sort of kept the conversation going from there. But do you mind if I sort of kick off, Angel, in asking you about your journey, because you've had such an extensive journey? Tell us about your journey into colour and
Yes.
interior design.
How I got there.
Yeah.
I was very blessed to be born dyslexic, and I
Right.
couldn't add up, I couldn't spell, and I could not use any computer or anything like that when I was a very young person. And then those days they didn't have computers anyway, but any machinery.
Yeah.
So I got thrown out of a lot of schools because they couldn't teach me. In the end, I ended up in an art school and found that I could do everything with color, and it just fitted me perfectly. But I couldn't add up, I couldn't spell, and I couldn't use machinery. So it pushed me into becoming involved with color. And it was just a delight to then find out that when I left school, I went to a class of processing how the essential oils work as well. But then I came to Sydney with my mother and found that I could do anything with colour in doing all sorts of kinds of jobs. And then my father said to me, well, you should go to London and find out what they're doing over there. So I tripped to London and became involved with Elizabeth Arden and learning how to do makeup and making people look younger than they actually were. And it just made such a difference to how I felt about colour, about the image, about men and women. And then I decided I met somebody to do with interior design. And they said, you need to be an interior designer. And I said, okay. So I joined and I was there for 2 years becoming an interior designer. And then I decided I better come back to Australia, and I miss my wonderful land, and came back, started my own business. And I became involved with hospitals, jails, childcare centres, aged care facilities, body corporates, people's homes. And I found that I just enjoyed so much the helping of other human beings. But what happened then was that I joined the Colour Society, and I was taken to Buenos Aires with a whole lot of groups, and we were at a conference with, I was lecturing on interior design, but came up on stage all these scientists, and they got on stage and they said, do you realize that you are affected physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually by the vibrational energy of color? Every color vibrates except black, white, and gray. So I thought, my God, I've ruined somebody's sex life. Oh, I put the wrong color in their bedroom. So I decided I'd better find out all about it. So I became involved with all these scientists, came back to Australia and wrote my first book on color. And I thought, my gosh, this is the first book I wrote, Color
Yes.
Home. And I just got involved with also Sir Isaac Newton and worked out how this works. Electromagnetic energy, every second of your life, you must make sure that you've got it working for you. So I thought, well, from that point on, I must start to lecture. So I started to giving lectures every month. And interior designers, architects, builders, painters, they all came to my workshops. And it was fantastic giving lectures to a room full of men who are interior designers or architects or painters. And they were, of course, a lot of men are colourblind. Do you know that? And so therefore I explained to them how men found it harder than women to make colour choices because they were taught when they were little boys that they weren't allowed to use colour because they were colours. And they had to start learning about the science of colour to then add on to what they could do in life. And it was so exciting. And they all cheered and said, yes, that's right. And I felt so blessed that I could tell them about this. And by the way, I feel very blessed being with you all tonight. It's just lovely. Cheers to everybody.
Oh, cheers, Angel.
That's water.
Yeah, no, cheers to you, darling. So, yeah, really interesting journey, Angel. And I think the thing that obviously we all realise, I realise, is you take a very different approach to a lot of us, really. And that, you know, in that we will go in and we'll have sometimes a bit of a left brain approach to color. So, you know, this is complementary of that, da 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 da. Okay, you want black and white, let's give you black and white. And you're very much, you stick to your guns in terms of really harking back to, I think it was Buenos Aires when you really learned the science or psychology of different colors. And there's certain colors that, do you mind expanding, Angel, on the colors that, some of the key colors that we use actually, maybe we could focus on key colors that you would use in interiors to produce a certain outcome, whether it's mood or, I mean, you have worked in jails, and there's video on the website, guys, have a look. You've used colors in jails. You've now got a book out, a little section of that's on color for dementia people, you know, with dementia. So there's certain things, there's the book. So there's certain colors that actually either relax or inspire. Do you mind telling us a bit more about
it's
that.
wonderful. And by the way, this book that I've written was to do with minimizing impact of dementia and Alzheimer's
Mm.
color. But
Yeah.
in this book, it's to do with everybody on our planet at the moment because of this virus that we've got.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
everything in this book tells you what colors to eat. Like, for instance, I've got the whole process in my book on how red, orange, yellow, green, blue foods can make a difference to keeping you healthy in this amazing time of being protective of yourselves. And also, of course, sleeping in pale blue sheets can make a difference to how well you sleep. And also, of course, the other thing, of course, is always wear a pair of red undies, which is
Okay.
because the stimulation, you've got base chakras, and the base chakra, if you wear red undies, it's not to do with your wee wee, darling, it's to do with your brain.
Oh,
And
okay.
so if you wear red, I wear red undies every single day. I think this is
Right.
my energy flowing. So it goes through your base chakra and it travels around and around in your body
Mm.
and ends up in your brain. This is all scientifically proven. So then
Right.
everything you eat or sleep with or what you wear, for instance, when you walk out in the street, um, that I've got in my workshop, by the way, that I have the sheets
Mm.
telling you what colors to wear to get the best
Mm.
responses. Now, I was on the radio the other day talking
Mm.
about the color for the year. And this is
Mm.
the color for the year. It's ultramarine blue because this color sends the message off. By the way, you don't have to open your mouth before you go out and in front of people with your colors. So the ultramarine blue says, that you're trustworthy, executive, and helpful, and you're very a nice person. And the aqua calms people. So when I walk out into the street with my aqua and ultramarine blue, people come up to me all the time and say, "You look fantastic. I love the colors." They don't know why they're saying it. So it's very exciting. What you wear can make a difference. Now, what you're wearing is that the blue, the navy blue, you're wearing navy blue and navy blue hat in the ultramarine blues. That says again, I'm trustworthy, executive, and helpful gentleman.
Well, thank you, Angel, for that. I
No,
mean,
but
it is true,
now you opening your mouth. And by the way, the white
right?
shirt says I'm pure.
It's actually a soft pink,
Well, it says it comes out coming over white, darling.
reading white.
Well, if it's actually pale pink, it says hug me.
Oh, okay, well, I need one of them every now and again.
The
So
only
let,
colors, the only colors that don't have any electromagnetic energy are black, white.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
if you wear grey, unfortunately,
mm,
because I don't want to get emotionally involved with anybody,
mm,
and black says I'm trying to control you,
okay.
and so white and says white I'm pure, but it doesn't have any vibrational energy.
Right. I mean, this sort of goes against the grain. Some of the couple of things you said about, you talked about black, you talked about white, goes against the grain of what people consider to be good fashion. People love to go out
Yes.
and they love to turn up at meetings for client meetings as a designer in black or charcoal. One of the reasons I historically thought that was a good idea, Angel. I'd love your thoughts on this actually, and I'm thinking maybe some of us watching this think the same thing. If you're producing this sort of scheme, what's your thoughts on this, Angel? You're producing a scheme, you're bringing your mood boards, you've got your fabrics, you're giving them some color. I think, well, we don't want to really be overshadowing the concept, which might have color, so we want to sink into the background.
Concept is for years and years, black has always been considered as smart, sophisticated, and it's trimming the body, and
Yes.
it will never go out of style. But unfortunately, black does send that message of I'm trying
Right.
on you. That's what it's scientifically it says. But if you wear ultramarine blue, it's close to black.
Mm.
And it's also gives you another added element of also, by the way, everybody's skin tone is different. It's either yellow based or blue based. You're blue based and I'm yellow based.
Yes.
Therefore, this ultramarine blue works for everybody. It looks marvelous and it also slims you off and it says
Right.
amazing things.
So you still think wear the blues, wear the colors, even if you're doing a presentation with a lot of color, you don't think it takes away from...
By the way, navy blue is very close to black. So navy blue
Okay.
going to do a
Navy.
and black. So
Right.
some people can't. They can't come to terms with it. They say black is it, and they,
Yeah.
especially in Melbourne, everybody wears black. So
Yeah. Do you know what? After you mentioned that, to me about the black part, I started to look at things differently, people differently. And I did start to agree. Like I think there are times when we put the black on and you look, and certain people, I have to say it, don't wear it as well as others, but it can really wash you out, can't it?
it can, and also, as I say, it doesn't have any electromagnetic energy to go on your skin. By the way, what colors you wear on you go into your skin. For instance,
Mm,
in my book, it talks about all the different color undies. Can you see all the different undies? And
right.
what happens is that if you read it in the book, and by the way, it's only $50 the book. This is
Okay.
all the information about your base chakra and how
Mm,
if you wear a green pair of undies, that makes a difference to your base chakra. And it says green is a color, balance and harmony, connects us with nature. Green is soothing to the heart and brings relaxation and comfort to balance the nervous system. It's because it's on your base chakra and it goes
right.
the body. So every single color that you wear on your base chakra
Mm,
make a difference to how you feel. And I'm sure that's why it's made a difference to, I work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day. I never stop because I've got all this amazing color working the right way, but also I usually use also Egyptian essential oils in my,
mm,
I've told you what colors
mm,
to take on board or rub on you. So that makes a difference too. So everything on this planet is being given to us to use scientifically to make sure
mm.
that you can enjoy your life fully, completely, and also the people around you. That's why I wrote the book on Alzheimer's and dementia, for people to look after their families as well.
Can you
So
give us some tips, Angel, just on that? Because I think, we're all working in different, some of us are commercial design, some of us are residential, but like if you're working in commercial design and you have to do a retirement village or people that potentially could have dementia, what are some of the ways that you should use color in that environment?
here's a before and after. I don't know if you can see it
Yeah.
in an aged care facility
Mm,
and for dementia and so forth. Can you see the difference? The
yes, the blues.
blues, the
Yeah.
blues can help people sleep better.
Mm,
Can you see that?
yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
In the bathroom as well. There's a before and after of a bathroom, and putting pictures up on a bathroom wall can make a difference. But when you go into the area where everybody's having dinner or
Mm,
dining together,
yeah.
to have on the table a beautiful color of pink or orange to stimulate the appetite. That helps. And also the colors on the walls in the warm colors to make people feel they are going to get hungry. Does that make sense?
Right, because they sometimes forget, don't they, that they need to eat.
Oh, absolutely. And it
Mm,
stimulates the appetite. Going through the eyeballs and going into the back of the brain can make a difference. The color that they see coming through to them makes a
mm,
difference. And also the body corporates that I'm doing at the moment, lifting the property value, is so important.
mm,
The UV is killing color every 6 months. So therefore the colors have to be lifted and made a little bit deeper than normally. And the dirt that's being dumped on our building, we have to have
mm.
going to shine through the dirt. These two things I'm dealing with in all the body corporate jobs that I'm doing at the moment to lift the property value.
Right, okay. So you do a lot of specification of external color. You've actually been with Dulux, haven't you, Angel?
Yes, I've been with Dulux for, I don't know, 20, 30 years.
A long time. So you've got years and years of experience specifying color for internal and external. But yeah, just interesting that whole,
What
what
happened?
was that?
Um, because no, I couldn't get into people's homes in the last 6 months. Dulux
Yeah,
found a way of getting me to do people's environments throughout the whole of Australia. So what
yeah.
was they put out this information that I rang them. They
Mm,
sent me an email to my email of the pictures of
mm,
the house. I
mm,
told them to go and get Dulux folders and have them on their lap. I then
Yeah.
and got the pictures of their houses in front of me, and then I take them through the colours that they've got in their lap, and we did the colours for them. The last I did 100.
Yes, I know. We were talking the other day.
Now we can get into people's houses, thank goodness, because it's all very well doing it over the phone, but when you have husbands and wives fighting on the phone, so
Well,
it was
this is what we're talking about with COVID is that we've had to be creative. We had to get on the video and even on the phone and do these things. And you can actually do it, can't you? You can get through and do it quite well. We got a lovely comment from Colleen, Angel. Colleen saying it's amazing. I've always felt a connection with colours and what effects they have. It's so nice to hear the science behind it.
well, it works completely.
Yeah,
By the
definitely works. Definitely works.
I did a dentist surgery the other day, and
Right.
when you go to the dentist, everybody gets
Mm,
feeling of, oh, I'm going to the dentist.
mm.
And so we did a lot of pale blues on the walls and aqua cushions and lemons and colors that were really happy colors as an environment. And then what I did, I changed all their uniforms because they were in black. And so we
Ah,
to the ultramarine blue. And they said when I went back after they got their uniforms on, and they found that people were being more happy to be with them instead of being frightened of them. They used to come in and they said that people have changed their behavior of talking to us because of the colors, obviously, that they're wearing. So the uniforms changed the behavior of the clients when they walked in.
so what were they wearing before, Angel, and what did
Black.
you
They were wearing black.
wearing black?
Yes. And of course, the black made them feel uncomfortable.
And what did you change them to?
Ultramarine blue, this blue that
The
I'm wearing.
blue, the blue. Yeah.
Of course, it said took the message away from being controlled into being happy with the people that they're talking to.
Yeah, it does work. It works because I've seen you do it. I've seen you just walk the room. When we could get out and do the live events, I saw the impact just from you. I guess living your stuff.
Yes, it makes a huge difference. Like for instance, this lady, um, she was I don't know if you can see her.
Oh yes, Pam.
Yes,
Pam Brosman.
yes, and she was wearing black and red, and that says danger. She didn't know it was.
Ah,
Face disappeared into it. Then we put her into the aqua, and she then got on the front page of a magazine because she looked so gorgeous.
yeah, yeah. No, big difference with the blue. It's amazing.
Amazing. Extraordinary.
Yeah, yeah. Angel, can I get a bit broader just about your career, if you don't mind? Can you tell us a little bit? Well, tell us your thoughts on longevity. How have you managed to go for as long as you have and still be so inspired and enthusiastic?
Well, I think it's to do with not only my red undies, but also
Right.
the colors that I wear in the street. As soon as I go into the street, people come up to me. It's extraordinary. You wear the colors that people love. They talk to you in the street and they say, "What do you do?" And then they want to be involved with you because of the colors that you wear before I even
Mm,
open my mouth. And it's really
mm.
exciting. And of course, because I work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, I enjoy talking to people at all hours of the day. And
I don't know if I'll take that on board as a mantra. 7 days a week, 40 hours.
because I feel so joyous that I
But
can
you do.
do for people. And
So
because,
that gives you energy.
yes, it does. It gives you wonderful energy. And when you're being thanked for so many things that
Yeah.
it makes a huge difference to how you feel about yourself. And even though I'm the age I am, I was on radio the other day for an hour saying, the woman was saying, "Why do you like being your age?" And I said, "Because I not only the energy that I've got, but also the way people behave towards me and thank me. And every second of my life, I feel very blessed. And I
Yeah.
don't feel old. I don't feel my age.
Can we say it?
I guess so.
Are you going to say it?
I'm 84.
84.
But I don't believe that it is the 84 that I am. It's, well, the doctor tells me I'm in my early 50.
30s.
No, and the doctor that I'm working with at the moment, I've changed his behaviour towards not only his staff, but also himself. And it made a difference to how he feels.
Yeah.
His surgery and what we've done, making people feel that they want to come in and feel comfortable with him.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, people, I guess, need to understand too, you do a color. I mean, we talked about the color work you've done for years. You do interiors, you do a lot of color work. You work with Dulux and you work with the body corporate, a lot of body corporates on their color, but you also do, well, tell people about what you do with personal color support, which is, we'll do a little plug for the workshop, but can you tell us about your workshop, which is the one I went to last year? Tell people about what they can expect in that.
Well, it's a huge book that you're given. It's a full day on workshop, and
Right.
it tells you about how to use colors to live with, as well as, and we do your subconscious, and we find out a way of showing you with a couple of boxes of pencils how to find out what your brain's working with, and show you how to do that, and you can do it with your family.
Yeah.
Yourself, and you do it every week. This is a fascinating process, and it works so well with the process of how the electromagnetic energy of color works. So we do a personal color sheet like this,
Yeah.
and show you how to do it for yourself, and find
Mm.
because your subconscious can make a difference to the way you behave as well as the colors you wear.
Yeah.
Make a huge difference every day, and knowing about yourself and about your family. You can do your family as well.
Yes.
Now, not only what you wear, but also the sound of your voice. That is
Mm.
to have a nice, strong, I'm a singer in a choir, but that's why I've got a very strong voice. But everybody's voice, you should always think about the strength of your voice can make a difference to how people behave towards you, and your smell. Don't wear strong, powerful perfumes. Wear a colored, beautiful smell that just smells like you. Does that make sense? So it's the smell, your voice, the colors that you wear. It can make a huge difference with the whole presentation of who you are.
Right, so good tips. So avoid the heavy colognes. Can we
Oh,
talk about a couple of colors, Angel? Just want to try to recap. So, we've had a discussion, you and I, about my own, it's a work in progress,
yeah.
this whole thing. But if I wanted to personally go green, put some green on, emerald green,
Yes. Well,
what's that going to do for me or not do?
by the way, I find out whether your skin is a blue base or a yellow base. And so I thought give everybody a chart on all the colors
Yes.
where to show up your face the best possible way. But also every single color sends a message. If you wear pale pink, it says hug me. If you wear yellow, it sends a message that I'm highly intelligent. It doesn't mean that's true, but that's the message it sends if you wear a yellow shirt. If you wear, let me see, an orange shirt, it says I'm highly intelligent, but I'm really good at what I do. If you wear
That's
red,
a good one then.
yes, and if you
It's a
wear
good
red,
one.
it says I'm sexually active.
Oh, okay.
Wear a red jacket or
Yeah.
a red outfit.
What about the green?
The green says I'm cool, calm, and collected.
Right.
So, and the lime green, that says also I'm very, very intelligent, but also the brain works very well.
Okay.
Every single color you wear, it doesn't mean to say that it's true, but it sends
Yeah.
a message before you even open your mouth.
Yes.
Isn't that
Yeah.
fascinating?
It is. It is fascinating. Yeah, it's very fascinating. Jane Thompson's jumping on. She's saying higher. Um, yeah, and I guess it's that whole thing, isn't it, Angel, that even though we might like specific colours, especially when we're going out with clients and we've got to face up and not only think about the impact the colour's sending out there, but we also have to tailor it to the colour or the base of our skin tone, don't we?
Yes, and also the other thing is the card that you use, your letterhead, the colors that you put on your letterheads, cards, signage, websites, that says what you do. So the color should be
Mm.
absolutely accurate to what you do in life.
You didn't like mine.
No,
You didn't like me and you said you didn't like it. My business card.
you've got to change it.
Got to be changed. Do you know at the time, Angel, if for anyone wants to know, well, I still have. Um, she's a fantastic graphic designer, but at the time I gave the brief based on my own preferences, which is more the tribal interiors with the Africans and a motif. So my card ended up black and white and gold, and Angel wasn't keen on the black or the white, I think, and that was one of the first things he said to me. Time going on, I'm thinking of changing based on a few reasons, but yeah, I do definitely I do look at the card, Angel, and I think black, black, black. You know, was that or is that the right choice moving forward? Maybe not. Maybe it needs to be color, I think.
So you just take it to a navy blue, and the navy blue sends a better message about you. And
Mm,
doesn't. So
yeah, yeah.
before I forget, I need to show you also when you're being photographed, make
Mm.
sure that you've got, see the difference when somebody's being photographed, how important it is to have pale blue behind you. See how more professionally
I
looks.
don't know, darling.
Look at that.
I don't know about that blue.
Well,
I mean, I like the idea of the blue, but I don't know whether I'd want to stand with a blue background. Just being honest.
two photographs. Also, his jacket is good. The navy blue jacket says I'm professional,
Yeah,
says I'm energetic, and the
yeah.
pale blue shirt, which says I'm creative.
Mm.
But it's the background behind
The
the
blue, the impact.
blue
Yeah,
shows his skin off. It was his
yeah.
skin, so that made a difference to him standing out in the photograph, and
It
also
does.
sends the message that he's also executive and trustworthy. And
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. What else do you want to? Else do you need us to really know at this time, Angel? What do you think's important right now for us to think about,
importance is
besides what you've mentioned?
yes, in the book that I've written on the minimizing impact of dementia.
Mm,
So the important part of that is in this book, it talks about the food that you eat, the colors that
mm,
are very important. And it's only like, for instance, it affects your brain and your body. So, how important it is to make sure that the colors that you eat, like, for instance, uh,
mm,
red stimulates the adrenal glands, which are absolutely essential to survival. Red
mm,
are stimulating and energize effects, so you can find them particularly helpful if you're run down or extremely tired. They are also
mm.
great when it comes to building up your immune.
Yeah,
So how that's your base chakra processing. The
yeah.
orange foods is fabulous because it's rich in antioxidants that help us to
Mm,
blockage in your emotions and express ourselves. So every single color that you eat, if you can get this information, and you can always get this book if you need to, it's all in here.
mm,
Yellow rays help to promote purification of the body, and green is helpful for soothing the nervous system.
mm.
The foods that you eat can make a difference to how you behave in life in general. And this is probably why I don't behave like I am what I am in age, because I do all of this.
You do actually, Angel. I've got to say, you do live by what you practice, what you preach. I mean, we had lunch the other day, and you had a lot of what was that, darling?
Uh, I'd have to try it on myself before I give it to other
Yeah, no,
people.
you do. It's true. You eat a lot of good food. I never really see you eating any junk. We did have a tiny little caramel slice, but generally you eat a lot of the avocados, don't you?
But it's the bananas and apples
Fish.
and oranges. It's the colors of the fruit and vegetables
Mm,
you eat. As long as you've got enough of the gorgeous colors to stimulate
mm,
your adrenals and your energy levels of your body. I didn't
yeah.
know about this until I went into the process of writing this book, and I worked with
Mm,
hospitals and areas
yeah.
of doctors and people who are healthy experts, and this is why I put it in the book. because it can make a huge difference to everything that you do in life, and you can last longer.
Well, darling, I mean, you're living proof. You look amazing.
Thank
Not
you.
a wrinkle on the face.
Well, woo. But
And
there is
there's lots of lovely video of you too, if anybody wants to check out Angel's website. I think, Angel, we need to tell them about your up and coming day course, which is really fun. But if you look at Angel's website, which is Coloraction, COLOR, Coloraction, not OUR, there's a press area, and there is really, you know, I didn't realize you were on the Don Burke show, Burke's Backyard, back in the 80s. There's video of you on different programs in jails, changing the color of the jails, changing the color of an office, and changing the color in a food court, and working with people. And it's quite amazing to see all of this footage of you, gosh, probably for 40 years, isn't it? Last 40 years, TV.
important for these kids that are now coming up into this process that we're dealing with.
What did you say about the kids?
Centres,
Yes, right. Oh, yeah,
colours in the childcare centres, and also
right.
schools. I do a lot of schools
Mm,
because they have got the wrong colours in their rooms, and I change them to the colours that they can see each other better, as well as talk to each other better.
what colours are they for the kids?
They're pale blue and
Pale blue.
pale aqua,
Yeah,
and the colours on their desks can be in the oranges and the yellows. So this can make a difference to their energy levels, as well as being able to see each other. See, I've got pale blue behind me so that you can see my face easier than if it were a colour of any other colour.
or just white. Wouldn't have the impact.
Yeah, it wouldn't show up my skin properly or my red hair.
No. Well, you're very gorgeous, Angel.
Well,
And 84 years.
I feel very blessed I'm with you today, and it's enjoyable so much to speak to you and everyone, and consider you all hugged.
Fantastic. So, Angel, we'll just end on, let's tell people about, if they want to go and learn about colour, not only, well, colour in all realms, colour for themselves as well, and all those wonderful things you're talking about. You weren't running these obviously because of COVID, but you do, I believe you got a September workshop.
I do, and I've only got a very limited amount of people because they have to be spaces between them. The full day.
Yeah.
And, we have morning and afternoon tea in the garden, and then you go on Coral Beach and have lunch, and it's a full day. But you're given a huge folder. It's
a book
to take away with you.
A lot of great exercises. So do you know the date of that one, Angel? Has that been firmed up, or?
Yes, it's on the website.
It's on the website. So coloraction.com.au. Check out, I think that I did see your September workshop there, Angel, but check out the date. It is only, I mean, very limited numbers, but a really fun day, and just to be in this wonderful lady's presence is fun enough. So check it out if you're interested. It's down there about, if you're in Sydney, there's the book. There's the book.
$30, but it's amazing. It's full of stuff that can help you with this situation.
Yeah.
With the virus thing. It's full of stuff in there, not only for the Alzheimer's and dementia to support, but also everybody else. So to themselves, eat the right food, sleep right color sheets, and also it's the Egyptian essential oils in the back of the book too, to protect you. So this is what we have to do. We have to support each other.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yes. Yeah, I agree, Angel. Well, as always, you are a ball of fun, and you're very lovely to talk to, and just a very engaging person. And congratulations on all of your ongoing success, and for making me feel tired of someone that I'm half age.
Wonderful evening.
You too, darling. So we'll say goodbye to everybody. Also, guys, I'll just ask you if you would like to leave comments in the main thread, just while I've got this opportunity to talk to you about what you would like to hear about in the future. topics, people you'd love to have on, let me know. Leave comments in there. If you want to check out Anjel, coloraction.com.au, go to one of the workshops. They're really fun. You'll learn a lot. So, but on that note, I wish you a lovely rest of the week, and I'll wish my lovely guest a lovely rest of week, and bye for now.
Thank you, and consider yourself hugged.
Bye, Anjel. Mwah.
God bless.